Hello everyone, welcome back to another week of the You Like That podcast. Join with me, my name is Adam, and I'm one half of the You Like That podcast.
My name's Jack, I'm the other half of the You Like That podcast.
We are back in it. Finally, we have made it back to the cinemas.
We have my piss fitness was startlingly thin. Yep. I didn't even get 40 minutes in and I had to go to the toilet. I went to the toilet 3 times during this 2-hour movie.
You've got to learn to retrain yourself.
Yeah, I really got to work on that.
Yeah.
You know, the morning before seeing a movie.
Because then you also noted that you went back home to your old home.
To my old home, yes.
So you can't quite remember the route that you should be taking now.
Correct. I was so used to the routine of Saturday, no work, go see the week's movie. I would usually go to the mall afterwards to have lunch and then drive home, right? And, we live in fairly separate directions now. And, just like that routine, even though it's been 3 months or so, just still, so fucking ingrained in me.
Yeah.
And I genuinely, I wish I could say I realized, pretty early. Nope. I was very, very close to my old house when I realized that I haven't lived there for 3 months. So, it was... Fucking hell, it was an eventful morning.
I can say.
But I did see the movie.
Yes, that's right. In this week's movie, we are finally going to be reviewing Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
It's so vindicating to hear you say Shang-Chi.
I know.
I was so happy in the movie when they revealed that I've been pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I was waiting for. I'm like, go on, say it again. What was it? Okay, fuck, he's right. Jack got me.
Thank you.
You got me.
Thank you.
So I'll give you that one. You got me there. Guys, finally, Australia, New South Wales itself is out of its lockdown for vaccinated people, which means that majority of the state is back open, which means the cinemas are back open releasing those movies that should have already been out for us, have been out everywhere else, but we finally get the chance to see them. So Shang-Chi, which has been out for over a month now, the rest of the world has seen it, has given its praise.
Shout out to the Medicare app for just working.
Yeah, shout out to my Apple Wallet for being easy as fuck as well.
Fucking double click and you're just
That's
right there.
it.
It's so good.
Easy as piss.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who's vaccinated. It's pretty much most of us now, isn't it?
We just hit 80.
Yeah.
As of recording today, 80% has been hit double vax.
That's so sick. Well done, New South Wales.
Good work, guys. We finally get to talk about Shang-Chi today. We have a shitload of news to get through because timing, this episode is huge for us right now.
We would have fucking fucked it so bad if we recorded yesterday.
Yeah, that's why I realized, I'm like, oh shit, because today DC Fandome happened.
Yep.
So we have a lot of DC news to talk about.
Yeah, well, it's been happening all weekend, but today was all the good shit.
Yeah, today was the actual shit that people gave a fuck about. You got to leave it to the last day.
Titans Season 4 yesterday. Today, there's it's announced that there's about 23 Batmans. So
yeah, exactly.
I think statistically, one of us on this couch is probably also Batman. That's how many Batmans there are.
More than likely.
So
because, I don't know if you look behind me here.
There you go. It's not me.
It's your boy over here.
But
DC Fandome happened, so we're going to talk about everything that DC did right in their once-a-year tenure.
Spoiler alert, again, pretty much everything.
Yep.
We'll get to it. Get to it.
But we got a bit of news as well from the week that followed anyway that's not DC related. Get into our Shang-Chi review and then hit a couple questions because we didn't need that many for this one because this is going to be a long episode.
We should. We'll hit it. We'll look at the time after the review and see if we'll leave them for next week.
Yeah. All right. Guys, as always, if you're here for the first time, you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, share, subscribe, get those notifications going so you know when we go live to give you a brand new review. Links to everywhere else is down below in our description, our link tree, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, get involved wherever you can, and just help us out.
I agree.
Love your work. So, let's start off with the news of the week. Let's start with the standard news. Disney Plus announced Home Sweet Home Alone, a Home Alone reboot.
Yep.
That, as you put so eloquently, the poster is enough
so bad
to fucking hate it already.
It's the worst, Microsoft Paint, pure white background. There's nothing in the background.
Oh, God.
The kid just looks like a little fucking nugget I want to punch.
Oh, tell me about it.
Keegan-Michael Key's one of the bad guys. I guess that's interesting.
Yeah, but it's not enough for me to want to even think about watching it.
It was inevitable because Disney just go through the Rolodex.
Yeah.
They just flick through it and then every 15 years reboot everything.
And they blatantly just put it out as it's a reboot.
Yeah.
Like most of the time they'll never say, this is a reboot. But even on the marketing they went, the reboot you never thought would happen.
Yeah.
It's like because no one fucking wanted it to
usually
happen.
They're like in the spirit of or something like that, but nope, this one's just like, oh, we're having another crack. First Home Alone is fantastic.
Yep.
It's a really fun Christmas kids movie.
Yep. It's a classic.
We did not need this at all.
Do not need
Didn't
this.
need the sequel, didn't need this.
Don't fucking need it at all.
But yeah, who cares?
Yep. We got a set photo of Timothy Chalamet as the young Willy Wonka.
We did.
The upcoming Wonka.
Alyssa very lovingly pointed out today that the hat has a dick vein on it.
I know, a lot of people have pointed this out.
And now I can't look at it
Is
anymore.
the main thing that it's not that, oh my God, Timothy Chalamet looks fucking incredible. It's, oh my God, his hat has a dick vein.
It has a dick vein. But the costume's fantastic. And
Costume's insane. He looks really good
he
as a
does look
Wonka.
Really good. He's got a good face for it.
Yep. As
It's
a
a
young
lot like
Wonka.
Gene Wilder.
He does, yep. As a younger, 100%.
And maybe that's just confirmation bias, but I don't know. I saw it and I was just like, oh, wow, that really invokes Gene Wilder.
Yep, you had him.
Which is great because that's one of the best castings of all time.
Yep.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder is incredible in that and always will be a happy little corner of my heart that he'll own.
Scary movie.
Oh, without a doubt. There was also a bit of footage on set of him doing a bit of a sing-song.
I didn't see that.
So we can confirm that singing will return.
Cool.
As is the Wonka tradition.
Yep.
And yeah, that looks cool. Cannot wait to see that. We also got a casting announcement for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We got Mr. Eyebrows himself, Will Poulter.
Oh, yeah.
Cast as Adam Warlock.
Fuck yeah, that's great casting.
Great casting
he
choice.
He is phenomenal, and I think he'll smash it.
Eyebrows is going to kill it, man.
Yep. He's got to buff up a bit, but
I think he can do it.
Put him through the Disney ringer. He's young. He can.
He's just such a weird actor because he looks like the type of guy that has a certain look.
Yeah.
But then you look at his filmography of what he's done, and you're like, man, the dude's done just random shit.
Yeah. But he's probably best known for being a comedy guy. He's a very, very funny man. I didn't like Bandersnatch, but he was clearly the best part of it. He was definitely so fucking good in it. So
Weather Miller's, he's incredible in that. Yeah. He's an awkward little teenage kid.
I was super hyped on this cast.
The weird one is him in Maze Runner.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Maze Runner? He's like a bully in that, and you're like, with eyebrows like that, how are you the one bullying? Yeah. But okay, sure.
But I like the way it leaked, and then James Gunn was just like, normally I'd shut down fake leaks, but
he's like,
hey, welcome to the cast.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah,
killed it.
For once they were right. So,
yeah,
shout out Will Poulter. Fucking sick.
Excuse me. We also got a trailer for the next Scream movie.
Oh, speaking of fucking who wants this.
Exactly right. A whodunit trailer to go, hey, everyone's back and who could it be? Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care for Scream. I never have.
A lot of it is shot for shot. Like the house set is the same. So Reddit was all over it like, oh, these are probably false things for the trailer and the movie will be completely different.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's precedent for that. I don't remember Scream 4. I do remember watching it.
I can't remember. I can't believe there were that many Screams.
But yeah, there's been a TV series since I don't know why they're doing this. And they're doing the worst thing that movies do ever. A reboot, and they're just calling it the same thing.
Yep.
So now we have to. Yes, Scream's really good. No, not that Scream.
Not that Scream.
Yeah,
Scream.
Halloween's fantastic. No, not that. No, not that one either. I just call it something different. For God's sake.
The internet.
Or make different movies. Make
Honestly,
something.
You almost think that there's a million scripts out there waiting to be made.
Funny that. But yeah, I don't care. It was nice to see David Arquette again.
Yeah.
What did we see him in recently? The Twitch movie.
I'm
in an Uber and I kill people. What the fuck is it called? Click Clack. No. Fuck, what was it called?
Spree.
There you go.
Spree, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, yeah.
But yeah.
Wonderful movie that.
We'll watch it because it's a very,
it's going to be a very relatable movie. It's going to be seen. And I would like to see Courtney Cox.
Yeah. It's nice to see her again.
She good. What else did we get?
High profile movie. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Fuck, you could literally hear the gears turning in my head.
So we also got some latest interview with Tom Holland. He's viewing No Way Home as the end of the franchise, opposed to the expansion of further movies.
Yeah.
He reckons the way that this movie's been done is definitely showing you the ending.
It's a very definitive trilogy, he says. Yeah. And he also said the physical fighting is much more hands-on.
Yeah.
Much more quote-unquote realistic and
Yep. Also saying how great it was seeing Alfred Molina act as Doc Ock again. However, having to learn to adapt with CGI tentacles instead of his physicals they used in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, which makes sense because you would assume it would be a lot bigger and there's going to be a lot more going on.
Yeah, it'd be stranger for him because he's got to think he's doing this and then his whole persona is going to be de-aged anyway.
Yeah.
And then in the world of CG, it's a different role for him, but as it is, he legged himself from day dot anyway.
He didn't give a fuck.
He's just like, whatever. I'm fucking back. I'm just taking a stroll.
The unfounded rumor is October 25th. We get another trailer.
Yep.
So we'll see.
We'll see what happens. It took
just
how long
over
to
a week
get
away.
The first one.
Yeah.
So we also got a new TV spot for the Eternals. Showed a little fight with Kamal Nanjiani's character.
Yeah.
Kingo, I think that's his character's name. As well as one of the other ones, just sort of showcasing the Deviants and the Eternals fighting against them. I absolutely loved it because Nanjiani's character just does like this full like load up. His hands is like proper fucking guns.
Yeah, right.
And the way he shoots it, I'm just like, it looks incredible.
I've gone into blackout mode for it. I'm just going to go in just with the 2 trailers in mind, and then I'll just go in.
That's completely fair. It's completely fair.
I think.
Because it's a lot more coming out for it now because it is only about 3 weeks away.
And it goes for 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Correct.
So, like obviously they're not going to show too much.
Yep.
Because you can't show too much of a 3-hour movie. But I just want to go in blind.
It's going to be fucking incredible. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And last little bit for this pre-DC Fandome news, we got the trailer for The Black Phone.
Yes.
As well. The Ethan Hawke one that I was discussing last week on last week's episode. The trailer dropped for that. And some early reviews have come out as well. And people are fucking loving it.
Yeah, right.
The trailer is definitely of a different stature. It's interesting to see Ethan Hawke as his villainous character, for one.
Yeah. You don't really see Ethan Hawke without his mask.
Most of the time it is
smashed off at one point, but
yeah. Different iterations of the mask.
Also, long hair Ethan Hawke seems cursed.
It is very cursed, and I feel like he needs the mask to sort of hide the rest of his face.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. It's definitely an interesting take. I'm thinking it's a good thing that the movie that the trailer's not showing too much, because from what the reviews that I've read so far is that there's a lot more into it.
Yeah.
That gives it the wow, this is creepy as all fuck sort of feel to it.
Yeah,
so
right. It didn't do much to rattle my bones, but I will watch it for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Will be fun. All right. Let's jump into the DC Fandome, shall we? Let's open up the fandom. So, the main things that we got a Shazam 2 behind-the-scenes type teaser trailer for the Fury of the Gods. We got to see Helen Mirren in costume and Lucy Liu.
She looks fucking great.
They look amazing.
That's
good costume design. I'll give them that.
Yeah. First Shazam is so good. This one looks to be a bit more expanded and expansive.
Yeah.
First Shazam is very low-key.
I'm still waiting to watch it.
Oh, man, it's so good.
Sitting down on my shelf, but I will watch it.
So good. But
this week.
This looks a bit more superhero movie.
Yeah. Opening up the floodgates to more.
Yeah.
More shit to come into.
Oh, man, I'm so excited.
It's going to be great. We also got some Aquaman 2 BTS stuff. In a sense, some artwork.
Yep.
To sort of explain scenes that they wanted. Unfortunately, we saw a photo of Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Which instantly made me go, fuck this movie.
Checked out. I haven't seen the first Aquaman and will not watch this one.
Don't have to. But we also got Yahya Abdul as Black Mantis in a more comic accurate suit, which looks really cool.
Okay.
He's got the big fucking fishbowl black helmet.
Yeah.
Which looks really cool.
Didn't see that.
So that was a bit of a just throw it in the back there. We got the trailer for The Flash.
Yes, we did.
A teaserish trailer because it's still in production.
My God. Just the Keaton's voice is so recognizable.
Straight
instantly
away.
I did not expect them to go that hard on Keaton.
Yeah.
And like he narrates the whole trailer.
They went hard on
and
Keaton.
My God, the reaction my body had was just unbelievable. And then you fucking see the back of his head as well. And he's going to be in costume.
Yep.
And I was just like,
you see,
wow,
Cal.
they're doing it. They're fucking, yeah. Because like the theory was no one is going to get Keaton in a suit. Like he'll just be mentor Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
Yeah, like old and jaded.
Yep.
But no, wherever the Flash travels to, that universe, Keaton's
suit.
still in the suit.
Because he did put out a tweet saying, it still fits.
Yeah.
Just like it did many years ago.
They're all fresh in my mind too. At least they lent me the DVDs, so I've just watched them all.
Yeah.
Like even the Clooney one and stuff.
Yep.
But man, the Keaton ones just stand out like a fucking sore thumb. They're so good.
Yeah.
And like I'm just such a Michael Keaton fanboy anyway, so
yeah, it's going to be incredible. We got so we're realistically the Keaton was the big draw to this.
Yeah.
Obviously they showcase a new upgraded Flash suit.
Yeah, we saw the one with the bat logo on it as well.
Yep.
Very briefly.
Yep, very briefly.
Not much in the way of plot other than
No.
It appears he's trying to save his mum or girlfriend.
Something. He's trying to save someone.
He's trying to stop. It appears to have nothing to do with the events of Justice League.
Yeah, it's definitely just making its own.
It's definitely his own
timeline movie, showcasing as little as they can, but enough to make you go, "Oh my god, fucking hell!" and then let Twitter and Reddit explode because they fucking did over that. And then the best part was that ending to the tease was seeing the tarp covering a Batmobile of sorts,
classic Batmobile,
and then just as they pull it off, it fucking fades out, and you're like, nearly fucking got it. We were close. So that was a big one there. We got the trailer for Peacemaker. No, Peacemaker, sorry. Peacemaker. Yeah. The Peacemaker TV series that we're getting.
Again, leaning super hard on the comedy.
It looks so amazing.
It's going to be silly as hell.
You've got Cena in full Peacemaker costume as always. You've got his new sidekick person, Vigilante. Mm-hmm. I love his suit. His suit looks incredible.
Yeah,
don't know who he is.
When you order Bloodsport from Wish, kind of.
Yep. Yeah. He's also got an eagle that is
a
flying around with him.
Pet eagle.
Hugs him. And it's just so weird to see.
It's got like a 68 Mustang that's all done up in the American flag as well.
But it's very, as you said, it's going to be very comedy based.
It looks like it looks like villain of the week because you see like a guy in a stupid green suit.
Yep.
It's
straight. It's straight from.
This looks like it's going to be really comic-y and silly.
Yep, straight from James Gunn's beautiful mind.
What you want.
And it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Definitely.
I think
it's a role that you go, okay, Cena, I know you've got that persona of who you portray in most of your movies. I'll give you the pass on this because it's perfect for you.
Yeah. His dad is someone notable, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I saw it as well, and I couldn't put my finger on the name of it.
I'm going to look it up. Keep talking.
I wanted to say someone silly, but everything looks to still be as comical as the Suicide Squad itself was as well. Bright costumes, bright and colourful, nothing too...
it's Robert Patrick from Terminator 2.
Oh, that's fucking...
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
Robert Patrick is the
fantastic. Dad. Yeah, he's Peacemaker's dad.
Yeah, incredible.
That's so sick.
It's great casting, as you just expect. You're always going to have a good cast with James Gunn, aren't you? So we got Peacemaker, we got his series announced. We then, the whole fandom kicked off with the trailer for Black Adam.
Yeah. Yep.
We got a teaser trailer and then a BTS
because they haven't shot much
trailer as well.
Yeah.
So the BTS sort of just showcase, The Rock just come out going, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change because it's his favorite line that he's been spitting out for the last fucking 12 months.
Yeah.
But we see a little bit of him. We got a bit of the other characters taking place in this movie as well. So like Hawkman, Atom Smasher, Cyclone, and Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate.
Yeah, you kind of just got like logos.
Yeah, you got the chest pieces of their logos.
Yeah,
Suits look great just from that chest plate.
I forgot Aldous Brown is in it from The Invisible Man. He's Hawkman.
Yep.
I remember we announced that ages ago, but I didn't remember until I saw him. But Pierce Brosnan is like Doctor Strange, but not Doctor Strange. Oh man, that excites me so much.
Dr. Fate. He's
Yeah, I wonder if The Rock will be acting because it's a comic book character. Like
it's a strange one. So the actual
he's not really done that.
Yeah, it's Like, he's had closest into the realm of superheroes. He's had Hercules, which was just a rock roll
with a wig.
Yep. And then who's closest after that? No, nothing else.
No one really. Everything's been written for him.
Yeah,
really.
And this is something it's been in them. Like, people have called it for more than 10 years now.
Yeah,
that The Rock will be playing Black Adam.
Yeah,
and seeing it now,
I wonder if he'll act.
Well, we got
just be The Rock.
Yeah, the teaser trailer itself was more or less a couple people stumbling upon this ancient ruin, and the summoning of Black Adam.
Mate, you've heard it 1,000 times.
Comes around, he comes out in a flash of lightning and
poke around in the wrong place.
Yep, he's in full suit, but he's got the hood on, hiding the face.
Yeah.
Picks up one dude by the neck and completely obliterates him.
Yeah, it's a bit Indiana Jones in that he just turns into a skeleton and.
But it's dark.
Drops. Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I'm like, okay, they're gonna go dark with it. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like a DC Kids type movie. We're jumping into the darker roles here.
Yeah.
As seems to be the theme of DC these days anyway.
Yeah.
But we see the suit full from neck down. He's fucking still a big boy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be the person to make that suit fit, but hey.
He also somehow looks more bald.
Yeah.
Oh, they put his head in like one of those bowling ball polish machines or something. Oh, hey, he's got a really shiny head.
Yeah, he's a very shiny-headed man.
Yeah.
That's looking cool. Hopefully we'll get a more in-depth trailer showcasing the other characters as well in full costume.
When they shoot it.
When it's still in production. It's getting done. But to round off the fandom.
Oh, just quickly kill the Justice League Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
It's not a movie, but it's a game.
Yeah, I know.
That's like games as well. It looks fucking sick. You got all the cursed versions of the Flash and Green Lantern and stuff. Mm-hmm. Just looks like so much fun. Hopefully the gameplay adds up.
Yep. Same with Gotham Knights as well.
Yeah.
That should be really fun too.
But yeah, that's notable.
Games rule.
Looks fun.
Games rule. But yes, rounding out the fandom with what everybody was waiting for the most was a full, official, long take trailer of the Batman.
Speaking of waiting all year for something.
Yep. But...
And a release date.
Yeah, exactly as well. March 4th.
I was not happy about that, but yeah, okay.
Why?
It's really far away.
Oh, come on, it's not really.
I want it now.
I know, but marketing, son. Marketing.
Yeah, I know.
So we got a full trailer. It showcased a lot. We got a lot of Robert Pattinson. We got a great new look at Selena as Selena
Kravitz,
Kyle.
yeah.
Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle.
And it looks like she plays a pretty decent part. She's not just sex girl.
No.
Which has always been a problem with superhero movies.
Yep.
But she actually looks pretty integral to the...
Looks like she's gonna have a part.
What I'm reading from the trailer anyway. So yeah, and she looks fucking great. She's got disguises.
Yep.
Oh man, that's fucking great casting, honestly.
We got some great posters of Paul Dano's Riddler.
Yeah, so it looks like he'll be pulling strings from...
Possibly from in custody.
There won't be like Heath Ledger and Christian Bale talking together in the same room. There won't be a lot of that.
Yeah.
It feels like he'll be just super behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Depending how you get it. Because obviously the first trailer we saw a lot of Riddler.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then this one we just sort of get a unmasked Riddler getting arrested at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And then getting the insinuation that he's now under arrest and going to be
talking
with the Batman, because the whole thing with this is Detective Batman.
Yeah. Which is what we've wanted to see for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
We're finally getting it.
And from early screenings, people are calling this, a 3-hour detective movie.
Yeah.
And everyone's fucking on board with it.
But yeah, it looks like, there'll be a string of murders through Gotham City. Batman's studying them but can't quite nail it, so he has to go and talk to the Riddler.
Yeah.
And then the Penguin's also just like...
Colin Farrell's also around as the Penguin.
Unrecognizable.
Completely
unrecognizable. It's fucking
brilliant.
Great. Yeah.
Because apparently he doesn't have a lot of role in this movie.
Okay.
But apparently there is a TV show to come after this as well.
Yeah.
Based on him.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to then expand into whatever Matt Reeves universe we get after this. Yeah. But we see a lot. We see a lot of action. We see a lot of stunts, a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
We see Andy Serkis's Alfred.
Again, I forgot he was in it.
Again,
and
yep.
I heard his voice, and he has one of those voices where you're just like, it's fucking Andy Serkis. And then he pops up, and I was just like, oh.
Pops up.
Fuck,
Looking
it's
different.
so nice
He's
to
got a
see
bit
him.
of a scar on the face.
Yeah.
So looking like he might have been a bit of a fighting Alfred.
Younger Alfred, because it's only year 1 of Batman being Batman.
Yeah.
Also, we got like suicidal Batman.
Yep.
Because he was just like, I just don't care what happens to me. It's something along the lines of that.
Something, yeah.
And, you know, obviously his fighting style is much more just fucking throw
Very
yourself
aggressive.
into it, walk into
Literally
bullets.
into it. That was really cool. The
like,
walking to those bullets in that fight and just that looked gorgeous.
And then there's the dark hallway where it's just lit by the bullet fire and muzzle flash and stuff, and like you see him coming towards him, and that's Batman to me. It's just like a terrifying shadow just walking forwards, no matter what. Like you throw at him, and it just sums it up perfectly. Yeah, it's just
and it's the same as the ending to the trailer.
Oh, that ending
where Penguin's flipped over in the car and there's just a fire, and then you just see him upside down from Penguin's view of just walking through the fire, and you can see the silhouette is perfect.
The cape, everything, it's just perfect. Like I don't watch porn anymore, but man, I'm gonna keep going back to that shot.
And there's many different shots you get of Pattinson as his Batman as well, and some really clear shots. There's one of him looking down from like a helicopter view, and he's all fucking filthy dirty.
Yeah, it's still a bit jarring. I still don't quite see him as Batman yet.
It is. It's a hard. And
I think that's why they showed so much of him, to be like, okay, like
take it
used
in,
to it,
because he is Batman and he's going to be the future.
And he yells at the Riddler at one point. It's just like, okay, that's Robert Pattinson's voice, and I need to get used to that. Yeah, and I'm sure if it's a 3-hour movie, you'll just be straight into it.
You're going to get to it,
Yeah, but I don't know. Just the first time he yelled in that trailer, I was like, all right,
yeah,
it does sound like Batman,
definitely, without a doubt.
But fucking no secret on this podcast, we're both huge Robert Pattinson fans.
Yep.
He was the only good bit of Tenet.
Oh, boy. Was he, if you could say.
Yeah, but as far as trailers go, like, this is perfect.
It is an incredible
As someone
trailer.
who was disappointed by the first Spider-Man trailer, like, this just fucking wiped the floor with it.
100%.
Wiped the floor with it.
It's such a perfect take, and I don't think we're going to get anything after this. I think it's going to be left.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is definitely
Don't need to show anything else. I'm content with just having this as my trailer to go into the movie with.
And I know it's a long wait, but yeah, this is it for me. I'll just watch this a lot more times, and then nothing else if they release anything else.
That's it. All right, that's the fandom done. A big day for it all for DC. They bring it all together and go fucking hey, we're doing shit.
They are extremely good at it.
DC are getting better. I'll give them that. They are getting better as a company. I'll give them that. But let's move away from DC and let's jump over to the real brand. Let's jump over to Marvel. So, jumping into our review for the week, we're going to be discussing Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
We're giving both their fair shake.
Yeah.
You know, most podcasts will pit them against each other. No, we're doing both.
We're fans of both. We just prefer one over the other because, obvious reasons.
Literally just watch one and then the other. That's why.
Exactly. All right, so Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings released 2021. This is directed by Destin Daniel Cretton. This is a director who hasn't done anything large in his career. A guy that just sort of had the Asian heritage and culture and came in as a good new set of eyes for a big step into the Marvel universe, for a brand new character for us to see. The story written by Dave Callahan and Destin Daniel Cretton as well. Shared the writing on this one. This has a runtime of 132 minutes. Your standard Marvel. Budget of 150 to 200 million. Standard Marvel budget. The box raked in 405 million.
Okay.
Which, this release start of September.
It was staggered, yeah.
It's still mostly just the internationals. It's still COVID times-ish. Even over there, cinemas didn't open back up full capacity anyway.
And it's going to be on Disney Plus in 3 weeks.
Exactly right as well. So you'll get those streaming numbers spread across there once that happens. Rotten Tomatoes score, 92% in the critics, 98% in the audience.
Yeah, people are liking it.
Oh my God. The cast for this, I'm going to go through, give everyone their just rights. So we've got Simu Liu as Shang-Chi, notably from Kim's Convenience, and also stock photos on the internet.
Comedy guy. But most importantly, martial arts guy.
Most importantly, a martial arts guy. There was another person who also auditioned for this role as well, which was Louis Tan.
Okay.
Who we know as Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
But ultimately, they were thought from the get-go, he is the one. Simu Liu is Shang-Chi.
And they were correct.
And they were very correct. We also get Aquafina as Katie. She's incredible in this as well.
Yep.
She's done her own. She's done rap albums. She's TV shows, movies as well. She's been around the block. You more than likely would know the name.
She's the funny friend in literally anything you watch.
Yep, exactly. We also got Meng Zhang as Zhu Jialang, who is Shang's sister. You got Fala Xin as Ying Li, who is Shang's mother. Florian Montanau as Razor Fist. Shout out the Romanian heritage. Benedict Wong features back as Wong.
He does.
We've got Michelle Yao as Ying Nan.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
Good little surprise there. He's Shang-Chi's aunt and the leader of the Tallow village. Ben Kingsley makes his return as Trevor Slattery, the infamous Mandarin from Iron Man 3.
Did not think you would put that in the cast.
I put that in the cast.
Kind of a major spoiler. It's not important to the movie, but I think people would like to not know about that.
I know, but was he not given in the trailer? I feel like I thought he was.
Don't think so.
It's been out for so long. I can't remember what was and what wasn't.
That's fair. That's fair.
There. But he's there. But I didn't put two other names that are uncredited in the post credits.
Correct. You did.
I haven't done that yet. But we've also got Tony Leung as.
Gee, I wonder.
As Zhu Wenwu, who is Shang's father, and then you also have Andy Lee, who plays Death Dealer. Right. Death Dealer is the one in the mask who does all the training.
Okay, right.
Sorry, it's not given that's the character's name.
I just called him Kabuki Boy.
I know. Death Dealer is his actual name.
Fuck, Tony Lung?
Yeah.
He's done a lot, hasn't he?
He's done a lot.
I looked up him today and I was just like, holy shit.
They do their movies, man.
And he was in all the John Woo movies.
Yep. Before we get into what you think, just a couple quick notes. Stan Lee had originally pitched this movie as a potential movie or TV series in the 1980s.
Oof.
He wanted...
that would have been so bad.
He wanted Brandon Lee and his mother Linda Lee to star.
Okay.
Son and wife of the late Bruce Lee.
Yep.
Which Stan Lee based Shang-Chi off.
Okay.
Was off his works. And this was originally in development with DreamWorks in 2003. Under the name The Hands of Shang-Chi. But due to director issues, it pushed too far into 2004, and the rights reverted back to Marvel.
That would have been really bad.
Yep, you're fucking telling me. But again, this is another movie filmed over here in Australia, Fox Studios in Sydney and other parts of New South Wales, with additional filming in San Francisco. And a good little note here, we had the Jackie Chan stunt team working on this. Including Australian Brad Allen.
Brad Allen was Jackie Chan's right-hand man.
Yep.
Passed away late last year. Early this year.
Early this year, August.
Sorry.
August, just before its release.
But yeah, I thought it was notable to chuck his name in there because he had such a big hand in this movie.
Yeah, and when you're working that closely with Jackie Chan for his stunt coordination, you got to get the props. So, props out to Brad Allen on that one there. All right, Jack, Shang-Chi, tell me your thoughts.
Well, it's a tale of two reviews for me.
Yeah.
If we're talking about this movie as the sum of all its parts, as a movie, as an entire thing, I fucking hated it. I thought this was terrible. I genuinely did not enjoy this at all. As a movie, as a whole. This movie fucking has the ball under its wing, has the entire field in front of it, and about 40 minutes in, it trips and stumbles into a pile of its own dog shit and just absolutely slides. For me personally and my taste and what I like. As parts, there are so many things about it that I like. Mm-hmm. And not only like, genuinely love.
Yep.
There are so many parts about it that I love, but then, it just didn't come together. For me personally, I fucking hated it and I was bored and my eyes were just totally glazed over. I did not like this at all. Except the bus sequence was really good.
I'm so fucking shocked.
Really?
Bro, honestly.
I thought for sure you would have been able to pick it.
No.
I thought when you got to the last 40 minutes, you would have been like, oh, Jack's gone.
Well, no, because I was so fucking into it. Look, I thought you might have somewhat enjoyed this movie.
Nope.
Okay.
But I enjoyed a lot about it, and we'll get into that.
All right. For me, this is a perfect movie.
Okay.
For me, this is my number one favorite MCU movie.
Wow.
In the whole catalog.
That's big. Yeah, right.
Because it caters so well.
It's not my
to
least
me.
favorite, I can tell you that with a promise.
Oh, yeah. I'd hopefully want to know that Ant-Man sits a little bit lower than that. I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's better than Black Panther.
Fair.
I think.
Fair.
Yeah. I'm coming at this. Fucking hell.
This is good content for us.
You want to set the internet on fire. My favorite Marvel origin movie is Captain Marvel.
Oh, my fucking God.
Can you hear that? Do you hear the internet just absolutely exploding?
Reddit are coming
my God.
legs right now.
Well, there's the doorbell. It's Reddit. Yeah, so, I don't know. My compass is probably a little bit off, but yeah, just for context before this review.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Yes. For me, this is one of the greatest Marvel movies I've ever seen, even though it's an origin movie.
Yeah.
Because, for one, I didn't feel like I was watching a Marvel movie.
So, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I felt I was watching a new age Asian culture film.
Okay.
Rich in martial arts and the magical and mythical creatures of ancient Chinese times.
Man, this was so Marvel origin-y to me. And that's what made me really have an out-of-body experience and leave. Because I was just like, oh my God, we don't need to do this anymore. We don't need to do the dead parents thing anymore. We don't need to have these flashbacks and stuff to fucking kids and stuff. Just put a flash up. After that, it was really, really nice to see the Marvel Studios in a cinema again and have the music really super loud. I was like,
yeah, it did feel great. It felt great.
Just after that, put up a black screen and be like, read this if you're interested enough. This guy did that, this, and then skip the origin. Just don't do an origin. I'm sick of Marvel origins. Especially when they're so formulaic.
I'm with you on it because Captain Marvel fucking sucked as
an
origin movie.
I recognize that.
I love Brie Larson.
Yeah,
I think she's amazing. She's gorgeous. Since Scott Pilgrim, I fucking loved her.
Yeah,
but that movie sucked.
But if you put a blockbuster video and No Doubt in your movie, Jack's in, baby.
That does it for you. Okay, we know what your taste is.
I know. And I'm not saying Captain Marvel is not formulaic, because it is. It's horribly formulaic, and that's why people don't like it. Yeah. But I just think this is also formulaic.
Okay.
But then it turns into Godzilla versus Kong at the end, which is something I fucking hate. So, again, it's just like the chips are so up against it for me.
Yeah.
But there's so much about it I like.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a thing in music, just quickly before we jump in. There's a thing in music people say, I think I've said this before, you get a decent album from a young band, and then you go, okay, this is fine. What's next? I'm really, really excited for what's next.
Yeah.
That's what I am with Shang-Chi.
Yeah. I can feel that.
Show me the movie after the one after this one.
Yeah.
Then I'll be fully in, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think. I did not need this movie personally. Just for me.
It's a fair fair way to look at it, you know.
I know, and again, I'm the guy who's just like, I want to see Tobey Maguire again. Again, my compass is just so skewed. But
but that's movies.
That's movies, man. It's subjective.
And this is a very for fans of certain type of film.
Yes, yeah, of course.
If you're for one, if you're not sort of in depth with Asian culture and foreign films as such, you'll get lost a little bit because
this felt so American though. I'm not angry at it because it's Asian. I'm not racist.
I hope not.
No. But yeah, I don't see that apart from the sets. I don't see. Maybe I don't know enough about those movies to know the structure of them or whatever. Or I recognize the martial arts is very good.
Okay, let's jump into what's good about this.
Let's be positive.
Be positive for a little bit, and then I'll let you rinse it up a little bit more. So the martial arts is fucking second to none in this. This is some of the most perfect martial arts I've seen for a modern age movie.
And it's directed really well as well.
It is directed incredibly, and it is so practical.
Yes.
There is the one
hiring martial artists instead of actors.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
There is the one scene in the scaffolding section.
Yep.
When Shang-Chi is fighting Death Dealer.
Yep.
And Death Dealer is fighting with some knives. And there is a scene where they're sort of going back and forth, and then a knife falls and Shang-Chi grabs it and goes back into the fight. That scene took well over 170 takes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
For them to get it right. Because they wanted it to be real.
But it is. It's perfect.
And it's
literally perfect. And you can follow it. Like, there's a lot of cutting, but it fits with the pace of that scene. It's just like frantic and just desperately trying to survive.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cuts, which I normally wouldn't like. But in that scene, I was just like, yeah, it's perfect. It's great.
But you got a lot of fighting.
That
whole scaffolding scene goes for an incredible time.
Yeah.
You get a lot of fighting, not just from Shang-Chi's point. You've also got his sister in there.
Yeah.
You've got Aquafina.
Yeah, I like that she had a lot of play, and there was like some teaming up and stuff. I really like that. I like that dynamic between them.
And then obviously your standout is the bus scene.
The bus scene is just an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah. Again, something that they used so real with the bus. Even the points when Shang-Chi is hanging out the fucking bus window and getting thrown out.
Their lead visual effects artist is an Australian bloke. He was on Corridor Crew last week.
Go.
But yeah, again, Simu Leo just doing everything. It's so noticeable that it's him because of, it's harking back to the Jackie Chan days. Jackie Chan directed himself.
Yeah.
So, like, of course, he's an actor. He's got an ego.
Yeah.
You can tell it's him a lot of the time. And yeah, you totally believe it's Simu Leo. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, you totally believe it's him because it is him.
Yeah.
And that makes all the difference. It's not a fucking blue screen nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. They go through a lot. You get a lot of more hand-to-hand combat throughout the majority of the first half of the movie.
Yes.
And then you start moving to weaponry later on.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the use of the rings themselves with his father?
It's just a bit shoot blasters out of your wrists a little bit. It gets a bit more visually interesting later. Yeah. Much later, like towards the end of the movie. Yeah. Then it really shows why these things are so intimidating and how much they can actually do. Yeah. Such a huge departure from the comics. Yeah. Such a huge, because it is literally rings in the comics and they all do different stuff. Like one's like mind control, one's, whatever. I think one can talk to animals, I think. Probably. And I see why they didn't put that in the movie. Yeah. But yeah, you don't look like a superhero with 10 big rings on your fingers. Yeah, it's a little bit hard. With like cool arm braces. Yeah. And you can't fly around with going, you have to superhero launch, Yeah. But yeah, I didn't understand the threat of them until much past halfway through the movie. Yeah.
But visually themselves...
Visually, they look fucking sick.
Yeah.
They look cool. And they change colours and stuff to symbolise, light side, dark side.
Essentially, yeah. Pretty much.
And
I
was,
it.
Even though I was a bit checked out by that loud, noisy, CG Pacific Rim stuff, when it did eventually go over to Shang-Chi and they became his, like I was in it enough to be like, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good. Good for him.
Yeah. All right. So fighting, you're perfectly fine with.
Fighting's good.
It's incredible. The rings look fine. So what else? Is there anything else that you sort of stood out and went, yeah, okay, I do enjoy?
The dynamic between him and Aquafina was great.
Yep.
They genuinely just felt like old mates.
Mm-hmm.
Those characters, like I said, I'm more interested elsewhere. In them, definitely, and the way they do stuff, but now that they know what's going on, just put them somewhere else and I will watch that movie and enjoy it a lot more, I think.
And the fact that it's not a love story.
Correct. Yeah, they're just homies. Platonic homies.
But it's sort of insinuated by the end that they may be more.
Maybe,
eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But, yeah, there's like jokes about it and
if there's one thing you can take from this as an origin movie is that the fact that there is no love story...
And there's no damsel in distress.
No damsel.
Thank fucking God, because that's a big problem in Marvels is there's always got to be a woman to save.
Yeah. Which is where I thought, yep, that's a really good move.
Yeah, thank God.
On their part.
Because you don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
You never did.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a,
Of course. Anything else that you were on board with?
No, that was about it. Yeah, so just the action, directing and stuff up until the last big CG thing is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, better than fine. It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that the rules of the rings are just like, they're powerful.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They're what they are.
Also, dragons exist.
Yeah.
I like that they were just like, they're there.
But they play it that it is another universe, though. It's not
correct
on Earth, essentially.
And of course, they had to have that line where they're like, 10 years ago, half of the population went away.
Yeah, we're like,
Remember?
well, we live in a world where 50% of the world can disappear at the snap of a finger.
We're like, all right, we get it.
It's just, it's got to tell you that. It's in the universe and it's canon. Okay, so what are your thoughts on Ben Kingsley back as Trevor Slattery?
Why? Why was he in this? What was the
It's
purpose?
an apology, essentially.
Because Anthony sucked real bad.
Because of Disney not Disney at the time, of Marvel going, hey, the Mandarin is without a doubt an Asian character, so let's get Ben Kingsley to be him.
Yeah.
And obviously it's a big smack in the face for the Asian community to be like, why would you do that when there's so many actors that can do that role?
Tony Leung.
Tony Leung, for one.
Jesus Christ, he was around.
So essentially this was their way and especially the way that the director wanted to do this as well, was to make it seem a bit of a redeeming thing, in which his whole portrayal is a character who's a constant apology to Tony Leung as being sorry for portraying you and pretending to be you. And
Tony Leung has a great line about how stupid the name the Mandarin is, and like how Americans would think that's scary, but it's really just a chicken dish. You know, like that was a very funny line, and that shows like in Asian culture, like this villain is actually worth his bread and butter, not some stupid British bloke. Yeah. But the comedy did not work for me in this movie.
Fuck, I loved it. Nah. He was hilarious for me.
Didn't do it for me. It was nice to see Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
Like, at all, because he's a great actor.
Yeah.
And he is good in this, but I don't think the comedy's quite there.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, what else can we go? All right, we'll jump into what you keep hitting at here, the CG monster madness by the end of the film.
Well, first, and again, this is probably traditional Asian movie making that I don't understand, but when Tony Leung and his wife first meet, and they have like that Bollywood dance fight.
It is fucking incredible. It's so rich.
Okay.
It
felt like Bollywood. It felt Indian.
Yeah,
because like the super blown out contrast and the music and stuff.
That's not as much of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, for the clarity and clearness that it is, it's not what filming was back then anyway. Mm-hmm. But the style is 100% on point.
Yeah, okay.
From my eyes, it's the way that the wind carries its motion, and it's the fighting style that it is. Obviously, it's not quote unquote real.
Yeah.
But in the filming of those type of movies, there's a definite fighting stance type thing. So watching that, for me, I was just like, oh, this is so like authentic, and oh my god, I love this.
Yeah, I did like the light and the dark side. Like the dark side, Tony Leung, he's just a brutalist. Like with the rings, he's swinging them around. He's parting like armies of people.
Yeah.
And like when he swings, he really fucking swings, and he's like throwing his body into it.
Yeah.
Whereas the light side, quote unquote, it's very peaceful. It's like Tai Chi.
It's all open
channeling
hand. It's
energy.
no fists. It's all open hand and stopping the motion.
Yeah,
moving it around. And
it's very graceful and like super
it's flowing.
Stuff.
It's flowing like the wind.
And then it cuts back to Tony Leung, who's just fucking throwing fists. Like, you know, I really like that, and that's noticeable even for someone who's not as au fait with martial arts as me. You just instantly notice that straight away.
Yeah.
And then you notice it going into Shang-Chi later, where he kind of uses both.
Yeah.
But then I put that down to Shang-Chi, who doesn't know how to use the rings yet, so he's just kind of whipping them about. But then because it's a Marvel origin movie, he just knows straight away how to do them when he has to.
Yeah.
Because that's what Marvel origin movies do.
Yes, it is. So obviously it does. We'll get into your points of not liking this. So the dragging points of going back to the dead parent and child flashbacks to a demanding father who is mourning the loss of his wife and going back to, quote unquote, the dark side.
Yep.
Because the light side couldn't save her, basically.
Correct.
If he had kept his rings, this never would have happened.
Yep.
Everything would have been fine. I can see the point of where this is hitting the same mark as other origin movies. I get it. but I like it in this.
Okay.
I can't explain why. I just think it flows a lot better, and it's not. I just personally think it just really adds to its story, and it's needed.
Yeah, as far as Tony Leung's character just being like pure, just he's talking about blood debts and stuff. Like death has to be paid by death.
Yeah,
like that makes sense. That's dark. That's dark side villain thinking.
Yeah,
right. And his motivation makes sense because he walks into his dead wife. So yeah, that all makes sense. That's all fine. But I was just like, okay, I've seen this.
Yeah,
10 times
without a doubt. If you've seen it enough, it's enough to go. This is not what I want.
And just like fucking hell, we haven't seen a Marvel movie in theaters for 3 years or something, and I was burnt out. Yeah, like I shouldn't be feeling that. I don't think.
No, understandable. But you get that. You get that a decent amount. I like that it's not set a lot in America as well, though.
Yeah, barely.
Very barely. It's just to San Francisco, and then bang, they're off.
Yeah. Yeah,
off to their villages
20, 25 minutes?
Yeah, off to find Tarlo. And then it's just, it's all set nice and colourful, outdoorsy, and nothing indoorsy. It's well lit most of the time. It does look overly colourful in most majority.
Yeah.
But I think that just plays into the story of where we are and the area and the environment in which we're taking place in. Now, do you want to talk about the CG monsters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this movie devolves into just CG bats flying around.
Yeah.
And people shooting arrows at them, and they're very screamy, and then I don't know, it just fell off for me into whatever this is.
It was a weird take. However, in the essence of the story that it's telling, and that this is a mythical universe where all these creatures do sort of roam in that. Yeah, it makes sense in its own thing.
I'm not angry that it's unrealistic.
Yeah, no, get that.
I'm glad dragons aren't flying around because mate,
that thing is fucking terrifying.
If I'm scared of planes, Jesus Christ, I'd be fucking terrified of a dragon.
Yeah,
I just didn't like that this movie, like the climax had to be this big Pacific Rim kaiju. Yeah, fucking noisy CG.
Yeah,
like you can't even see Shang-Chi for half of it. Yeah, because the dragon's so big and he's riding it. He's just a little fucking speck on a big dragon. It's just like, I don't want to see a big dragon movie. I want to see Shang-Chi.
Yeah, but the Great Protector does look really fucking hectic though.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay.
Fucking hell if it does. It's such a classic dragon.
All right.
The other one, fuck no, that's
what the fuck?
That's straight out of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I don't know what that was,
but. Yeah, it does its thing.
And it's just like, this thing, if it gets this thing, it will be unstoppable. It nearly gets this thing, and then one arrow through the neck just takes it down.
Yeah, well, you had to give Aquafina that one part where she's
make her a hero.
Actually a useful part of this movie.
Correct.
Opposed to just being the comedic.
And that's her story. Her parents are just like, why don't you do something useful? Yeah. And she finally does. But nobody believes her.
Of course not. All right, yeah. So you get a lot of CG, you get a lot of monsters that sort of shouldn't be in this, but are. You get the fighting. I liked the little bat creatures when they were stealing the souls at when the first two came out, and they were trying to swing through it, and just like an apparition, just vanishing and then reappearing. I'm like, I like that effect. That was really cool. But I get the point that it sort of split the movie and took it somewhere else.
It's like the end of Infinity War too. Like Thanos is so scary, and then it's just CG monsters in a horde. Yeah, it's just like, really? Yeah, it gives the hero something to swing at, I guess.
Yeah, of course. So we get all that.
But I did like that. Shang-Chi's dad was just infinitely stronger than him. Like there was no threat at all that Shang-Chi was going to use the power of love to beat him. Yeah. Because he just gets knocked on his ass straight away. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah, really good.
And then it's only when the rings sort of choose Shang-Chi, like 5 at a time, he kind of gets control. And I really like that.
Yeah, the way that they're spinning around him looks fucking incredible. Yeah. The one thing as well is that Tony Leung's, he's a villain, but he's not doing as much of a villainous thing.
He's not quite that evil.
Like the whole thing has been around for 1,000 years because of these rings. Yeah, and he's he's
conquered
taken
everything.
around, he's conquered a lot.
Everything he's done.
He's got the immense power to do whatever he wants, basically.
Except Tylo.
Yes. Can't find that place. But the whole thing now is that he believes that his wife, their mum, is being kept in this village behind this wall in secret. And his whole thing is he needs to go free her because he's hearing the voice, seeing her and that, when really it's the fucking soul-sucky demon.
Soul-sucky demon.
Sort of getting him to come closer because of the rings.
Yeah.
So he's not as much of a villain in which he's a threat to the world and such. Not that he's trying to cause.
No, he's a threat within this story.
Yeah, he's a threat between his own heart.
Yeah, and I wonder if it was another world-threatening thing. I don't think I would have liked it anymore.
Yeah.
Because it would have just turned into a blue laser into the sky.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I do like that it was more self-contained.
Yeah.
Until, yes.
But the one thing I just have to see what you thought of this Razor Fist car.
Ooh. Yeah, it's the Forza Horizon decal pack.
Yeah.
On a BMW X5.
Because I saw it and I fucking chuckled. I'm just like, that is incredible that they would that they opted to put that in there.
It looks terrible. This movie is the most expensive BMW out in the world, isn't it?
It is.
I guess, Audi just dropped their sponsorship or whatever. They were just like, because they were more affiliated with RDJ, I think. And and so BMW picked up the reins, and fuck me, is it so obvious. It's shameless.
You get that, but Marvel are bad for that though.
Oh, yeah.
They do that too. Like in Endgame.
Yeah, they're Audis.
The way that they drive up to RDJ's house and they park them so like it's an ad, and you're like, okay, come on. When I whip in somewhere, I'm just fucking in.
Just fucking wherever.
Don't give a shit. But you've parked it like new Audi coming this fall.
You could very clearly. This might just be the nerd in me, but you could, because they were shooting on the Mandalorian set, I think, with the big TVs. And you could very clearly see where the TV line was in the background of a lot of it. Like when they drive the Forza Horizon X5 out of the forest that chased them.
Yeah.
When they go through the waterfall, it does the Doctor Strange ring, but with water.
Yeah.
That was sick.
It was cool.
That was like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. But and then they drive out and it's clearly a CG X5, then it cuts a little bit and then it's the real X5 and it parks on the soundstage set. Yeah. And it is blatantly obvious.
Yeah, it is.
Again, that's not why I hate this movie.
Yeah.
But that's just a thing I noticed.
Yeah, okay.
But didn't make me want to buy a BMW anymore.
No. Oof. I don't know where I'd get the money to buy one anyway. This is definitely going to be the reason why. Now, the inclusion of Wong early on in this movie. So we get Wong fighting Abomination.
Yep.
To which we sort of learn, hey, they sort of know each other.
They're buds.
Because they're buds, and he takes him back in his portal.
Yeah, and he's like training him or whatever.
So
it appears that he's training him.
Yeah. To which, does that mean Abomination is full canon and is going to be appearing in later movies?
Possibly. Well,
maybe
we'll have to talk more about that in post-credits.
Yes. Anything else that we can think throughout this movie that might...
Not that I can think of.
Everything's pretty well touched on from where we need
post-credits we'll get another probably 20 minutes out of. So.
Yeah. I think that'll pretty much just run it there.
But I think I am so excited for Simu to be a lead. He is undoubtedly a lead actor.
As a developed character now, it'll be a good step.
And just him, he is a leading man.
Yeah.
Like, he's so fucking confident.
I think it's
so charming.
I think it's just the unfortunateness that you have to get these origin movies.
Yes.
It's unfortunate.
I understand that. Yes.
But when we've gone 10 years with the main characters that we've known and loved, and we now have to introduce all the new ones, you just have to
I'm very happy to have new Marvel characters. Thank God.
Without a doubt.
But I just think him as an actor, he just seems like the fucking nicest bloke in the world. He's like, this is very shallow, but he's very nice to look at. He's an extremely good looking man.
Yeah.
On par with an Evans or a Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Just as charming, just as charismatic, just as funny. Like, he is so exciting as a prospect, and I hope he's in the next fucking 10 to 15 years.
Also, just quickly, his costume thoughts?
It's pretty good. The dragon scales, I like it. It's tidy, very tidy.
It's not over the top.
Yeah,
Where
and I like that with the rings too. Like, it's just like they're there.
I think they look fucking awesome sitting on there.
Yeah.
It's a good design.
Yeah.
But it's a nice, neat design that doesn't sway you to be like, superhero.
Doesn't cover his face either, which is really nice.
Really, more or less, it's just a fucking, like, top.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, because he's still in his...
The bottom is just pants.
Yeah, and he's in, like, Air Jordans or something.
Yeah, basically.
So, yeah. Yeah, just... I think he fucking perfect casting. I think this character's really good.
Yeah, it's an amazing character.
Such an exciting character.
My main... the main reason I love this movie so much is just because of how martial arts it is. It's what I love so much to view and watch. And knowing when it's a person really doing this shit.
Yeah, good year for it too with Mortal Kombat as well.
Yeah.
This would be a fun back-to-back with Mortal Kombat, I reckon.
Definitely. So yeah, let's go talk about these post-credits now. Let's get these out the way.
Giant fuck-off spoilers.
Yeah.
You are in the giant fuck-off spoiler zone.
Chances are you may already know.
You do not want to know. I didn't know this. Thank God. I don't know how I avoided it.
I did know this going into this. So I knew what to expect.
The reaction I had
when
one certain person came up on screen, I was fucking 8 years old again.
Okay, so we're going to deep dive this post credits now and discuss what this could mean for the future.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
Yeah, it's different. So the ending of the movie, obviously, Wong comes in, porties his way through, asks for Shang-Chi, and says, "Do you have the rings? Come with me now." And also you, Aquafina.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch wasn't available that day, so they went to Benedict.
I also have a
theory. No offense to Benedict Wong.
But I've also got a theory that Wong is turning into the new Nick Fury.
That's an extremely good theory. Holy shit. And that's also good because we'll see more of him.
Exactly.
I fucking love him.
I feel like he's going to be
you're absolutely right.
One of the reasons.
Because it's going to be more mystical.
It's going to be more mystical. Strange can't do everything, and if someone's going to assemble...
You are so correct.
Because Fury's not getting any younger.
No.
And he's already had his brushes with death enough.
Yeah, and he's on a beach planet.
And it's Sam Jackson, so he's probably going to call it quits pretty soon. But I think he's the one to sort of...
Yeah, I reckon you're fucking spot on there.
Thank you.
That's a very good theory.
Thank you. So he brings back...
That's great news.
He brings through Shang-Chi, and we see Shang-Chi and Aquafina are there.
They're examining the rings.
They're examining the rings, and we get the camera panning across because we hear a certain voice.
Hear a little familiar voice.
And then we see a little Mark Ruffalo.
Mark fucking Ruffalo.
He's
still around, and he's Mark Ruffalo. He's not Professor Hulk.
He's not Professor Hulk.
He's in his sling still. So I don't know when this is set after Endgame, or if he just hurt his arm again. Because remember when he was wearing the glove, he got all fucked up.
Exactly. So this could be just straight after Endgame, because obviously we know that the snap happened and people can come back.
Yeah.
So it's definitely after Endgame.
It's just how far.
But where we're sort of at with the other movies when they come through, we'll obviously find out.
I was more fucking excited because I didn't know we were getting more Ruffalo.
Yeah.
But this confirms that there's going to be more
Ruffalo.
Hopefully more Hulk.
Yep.
Fuck yes. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Marvel.
So he's studying these rings as well, along with Wong here, over the hologram type.
Yeah, they're on Skype or whatever space Skype is.
The weird Avengers Skype. And then we also get Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, which is less surprising because she's got like fucking 40 more movies already announced. So but yeah, she did the same thing she does in Endgame. She's
where
like,
gets a call. I gotta go.
Police space stuff.
Yeah, I gotta go. Somewhere else fucking needs me because fucking lol.
Fucking really nice to see her as well. Like,
yep. Just knowing that's it more or less sort of puts in that we're looking at the potential future leaders of the new Avengers.
Correct.
Whatever we're going to get in terms of the group situation for the future.
Correct. Which they were setting up Anthony Mackie to be, but then they just went all in and he's like, hey, he's Cap now.
Yeah.
So he's not a leader because he'll be doing Captain America stuff.
Exactly.
Which I'm very okay with.
Yep. So hopefully we should see them pop up soon as something else.
Yeah, sure.
Surprise. But yeah, so they're studying these rings and they're sort of talking like, how long did your father have these? It's like 1,000 years. And he's like, it seems like this is a lot older than that, and it predecessors our time gratefully. And then they're looking into it, and they can sort of see that there's something internally in these rings that's emitting a signal.
Signal, yes. And I couldn't even pretend to guess.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Not a clue.
This is the first movie in the next phase, so fucking who knows where this is going. I can remember seeing Thanos for the first time. You're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. So obviously this means that it's a calling signal to something greater.
Something.
Whether it's a good or it's a bad, could definitely be a bad.
Could be a bad.
Because it's not like these rings were always used for good.
What are the big things called in the Eternals?
The Celestials.
Could be celestial
it
in
could
nature.
be something linked to Eternals wise. It could be the reason they come. But obviously their whole... no, it probably wouldn't be, because their whole thing has only come to protect Earth because of the deviants. Too hard to say.
Could not fucking tell.
Way too
for
hard
$1 million
to say. Yeah, I don't know enough in if this is even related to anything comic-wise. If we know that there's a backstory in Shang-Chi where they do actually call to something.
I'm sure they have an idea.
Oh, 100%. Marvel already
put it in there, yeah.
Marvel know how the phase ends. They've already got the ending. They know who's fucking staying on for the next 10 fucking years.
But yeah, it's got nothing to do with Spider-Man or Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Yes, it doesn't have anything to do with it.
Correct.
But
it's a call out to say, yep, this is a stepping stone into something greater for the MCU.
Something, yeah.
To the next phase.
It'll be It'll be Eternals-y, spacey. It'll be something.
Now, I can already guess this. You didn't stay to the very end.
No, God, no.
Yeah, okay. There's a second.
Okay.
Not as big.
It was a gamble, but once I saw Wong in the karaoke, I was like, I bet you it'll be another fucking joke. So fuck this.
Wong in the karaoke is fucking brilliant. I love him so much.
Is the second one a joke?
No. The second one is more or less another sort of... This can spread to either a TV series or further into the phase.
Okay.
So we know that Shang's sister is going to disband the 10 Rings.
Yeah.
The ending comes to her at the compound, but she's with Razor Fist.
Okay.
And she is now the leader of the 10 Rings.
All right.
So
that makes sense.
She's banded her own 10 Rings. It's a new little 10 Rings logo behind her.
Yeah, you can see that coming.
She's got the training of all the women and the men. And the whole compound is graffitied to the fucking shithouse, like like her internal fucking fight stadium was.
Yeah.
So sort of say she's going to be leading her own group now in the 10 Rings. Could be for bad, could be for good. I guess we'll find out.
Probably for bad.
Somewhere later down the line. But the 10 Rings lives on. Because it also
doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, because then it also says the 10 Rings will return. It did the...
You'd hope so.
Yeah, it did the whole fucking Mandalorian shit. So yeah.
Yeah.
The future's set.
The future's starting.
Honestly, it was just incredible just seeing an MCU movie at the cinemas again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just being at the cinemas in general was just a fucking treat.
Because
the greatest surprise was I logged into my Event Cinemas account and I had enough for a free ticket.
My Event Cinemas app didn't work, so I had to pay full stick.
Fucking
God damn it.
But yeah, that's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Very, very, very double-sided review here that divisive. You get from that. I didn't expect it.
I have not seen a single person online who didn't like it. So
yeah, it's good to know.
Hey, I'm the first. You like that podcast?
Get it out there.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see it, go to the cinemas. It's still screening. If you want to wait, November 12th, it will be on Disney Plus for exclusive streaming at no extra charge. But I suggest go seeing it in the cinemas anyway, because go back and support the cinemas.
Yeah, why not?
Because Event Cinemas have...
That's what those movies are made for.
Event Cinemas have also gone out and redone their arcade. If you noticed.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, I just walked straight past.
I noticed straight away.
Yeah, right.
Because they used to have the shitty arcades that only half of them would work. Well, now it's like an arcade.
Yeah,
like it's got the new age games. You get the swipe card now, so you don't have to ask your mum and dad for a dollar gold coin.
Yeah.
It's a good little system now. It's really cool. So I'm really happy for that. So go out there, take your kids, have a good time, get back to the cinemas. Let's give that economy back for them. All right, how are we sitting?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it.
We've got a couple questions. There's not that many anyway. We can pump through these.
And some of them are related to Batman, so that's on brand.
All right. Questions, guys. If you want to ask us anything over on Instagram, follow us down below there. You can send us a DM or wait until we put up a post asking for the questions because we're lazy as fuck and we need you guys to do the reviews for us.
To work for us.
But not this one. We did
not all the reviews go for this long.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
This is a very special episode.
Sometimes a movie just goes, yeah.
Yeah, and we go, it was good. or it sucked.
Questions.
Potentially what some of the other ones will be coming up. But hey.
Yeah, I don't see next week's being that far from that. But yeah, all right.
But hey, we'll give it a shot.
Maybe.
All right. Chelsea, coming back in with some questions for us. What are you looking forward to before the end of the year?
Spider-Man, No Way Home.
That's a fucking given.
Baby.
It has to, yeah. It's honestly, that's Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
No way around it. That's going to be the best Christmas present if all goes well.
More time with the homies.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, that's it. A good Christmas with everyone back together.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Quite nice.
Yep.
Touch wood.
Can you reenact the freedom speech from Braveheart?
No, I cannot.
I have never seen Braveheart.
There you go.
Hey. You like that podcast?
You like that
we
podcast?
Don't watch movies.
You like that podcast? Colon. Never seen Braveheart.
Yep. You probably won't see it on an extra either.
Nope. Yeah. I just don't care.
What is it like finally returning to the world?
You know what? It didn't feel. I've been to our local mall twice this weekend already because I just forgot to get stuff yesterday. Hairdressers have unusually large lines.
Yep.
But like I said at the top of the show, signing in is just very easy if you're not a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you've had this much time.
I know, Jesus Christ.
It should be a given by now. I fucking love it. I've seen many friends this week. Been out, had dinners, at family.
Just nice to have people like you can just say, hey, if you're bored, come over.
Yeah.
And that's what they're allowed now.
Yeah. We had a lovely little get together the other night, Friday night.
Nice to
play some games, had some food.
Talk to other people. It's nice.
Just in person.
Yeah.
Great shit. Love it.
I never got used to the Zoom thing.
Yeah.
Never. No. I don't think I will.
No way. We don't need to anymore.
So weird.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump to Alyssa's now. Would you rather have 10 puppies or 10 arms?
10 puppies is a lot of work. 10 arms draws a lot of attention to yourself, and they probably get in the way. It'd be really hard to sleep with 10 arms.
100%.
Where do you put them?
I struggle with 2 arms as it is now.
Yeah, fucking oath.
I'm 10 puppies all day, every day, man.
I really like puppies.
Oh, fuck, I'll deal with 10.
I would do the work for sure.
Without a doubt. Another puppy farm. Would you rather eat 10 boiled eggs or 10 coffees within 10 minutes?
Ooh. Both would put you in hospital, wouldn't it?
No, man. I'd do 10 hard-boiled eggs. Fucking easy.
Oh, God, I love coffee so much.
God, I love eggs.
Yeah. Eggs are less detrimental to your health, so I would go
very
eggs.
easy to eat.
Yeah. And coffee's hot.
Coffee's hot.
You can't drink them fast. Yeah, so, yeah, definitely the eggs. Yeah, it's good for you.
Yep.
You feel good.
Exactly. Would you rather have 10 extra nipples or 10 times the size of your nipples?
God, the mental image that just punched me in the face. Of just these nipples just like...
Yeah.
Holy shit, that would be horrifying.
It really would.
Imagine,
Either or
are pretty fucking scary.
Because are they doing like the animal thing where they just go straight down on the line?
Or just randomly all over.
Because if they're scattered...
That's brutal.
It's a weird scenario if they're scattered.
But 2 massive ones... 10 times the size, that's like a fucking New Yorker pizza from Vespa.
Jesus Christ.
Just like wrapped around your body. Well, you could pass them off as birthmarks, I guess.
No, you couldn't. They look like fucking nipples, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And you have 10 of them. What are you going to say? You have 10 birthmarks?
No, like the 2 big ones. 10 times the size.
Sorry. But
I think I'm going with that. And I'm going to claim birthmarks.
I'm going to go the 10 extras.
All right. Yeah. Both are so confronting.
Very
just the image that just smacked me.
Yeah. Pick 10 characters to put together in a movie.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go horror movie because it's me. I'm going to have Freddy, Jason, Ash from the Evil Dead. That's 3. I'm going to have Batman in there. He's like detectiving. And he's going to be like, why are they all in this multiverse? And then I'm going to have Vince Vaughn from Freaky. Because of that opening sequence.
Yep,
he can be the comic relief. But also, he can murder people.
Fair.
So that's my 5.
Fair. I'm going to go John Wick.
Yep. Especially in this movie, that makes so much sense.
I'm going to go John Wick, Shang-Chi.
Yep.
Jason David Frank.
Okay.
In Green Ranger costume.
Yep.
And then I'll throw in... Ooh. Fuck. Where am I going with this? Where can I go with this? Ooh. And I'm going to throw Groundskeeper Willy.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I watched the Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah. And he is in the movie, so that stacks up.
And I'm going to fucking just, chuck him in there. And then Jason Statham. Circa Transporter.
Okay. Right. So he's your hired gun trying to kill everyone.
It's literally just a flat out
just
fucking
you like
fight movie.
Okay, yeah.
And Groundskeeper Willy is the unsurprising victor by the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so mine is it's basically Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah.
But Ash is trying to stop them like a vigilante.
Yeah.
Batman's looking over it all, how do I stop all of them?
Mm.
I don't remember who my fifth one was already. I forget.
Vince Vaughn from Freaky.
Yeah, he's just there cracking wise. And he's the winner at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is he in his serial killer
no,
persona?
he's the girl.
He's the girl.
Yeah, but he still has his strength. So
yeah.
That's why. Yeah, and he wins. He wins at the end.
Fuck, I love Freaky so much.
Such a good movie, man.
God damn. She had the other one that I didn't get until I'd already typed everything.
Yeah,
so
it's who would fuck.
Myself.
Who do you think would? It's what were the differences between fucking Robert Pattinson Batman and
who
Ben
would
Affleck?
fuck better?
Who would
Bats
fuck
or
better?
or Batfleck?
Depends what you like. Ben Affleck's a very large man, and I think he would be a very selfish, boring route.
Yeah, he'd really just give it to you and then just sort of fuck off. And
I think he would be a bit scary. You're just oh, he's gonna actually hit me. I love Ben Affleck. He's one of my favorite actors ever. But I'm just saying, by the look of him, he's a very large, intimidating man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he would just he'd pump a couple of cums in you and then just go to sleep, which is kind of implied in Batman vs Superman. He's a playboy kind of guy.
Pretty much.
Robert Pattinson would probably cry.
Yeah, but I'd go Bats.
He'd be all sparkly.
I'd go Bats though.
He'd be all sparkly. I think Bats would. He'd be very contemporary, up with feminism and understanding.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be fun to switch it up.
Yeah, he'd understand a woman's body. Kind of just his sexuality's kind of fluid, so you could bring someone else in.
More romantic.
Yeah, I think it would give you more time.
Yeah,
Although in this new trailer, he's just I just want to be dead. So, so I'm not sure.
Basically,
yeah, I would choose. I'm more attracted to Ben Affleck.
Fair,
especially when he's big and beefy.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah, I would give Pats the time of day any day.
Yep.
And that's the questions.
That's it. That's the questions done. That's the show done. A massive episode for us. A massive return to the cinemas.
Stacked!
Fuck.
You need the clickbait.
Yeah. I will be, yeah.
Moving the microwave didn't help at all.
It really didn't. Yeah, guys, thanks for sticking around with us on this one here. If you liked everything, make sure you share, subscribe, do all that good shit. Help us out. I'm becoming very active on the Twitter. Had a very good chat with Christian Lloyd from VHS 94.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out him for actually watching the podcast as well, because I checked the numbers and he definitely did.
Fuck yeah.
He was our head of the militia in the last segment of the movie.
The vampire extremist guy. Yeah.
Yep.
Who
really
we
nice
both
guy.
Fucking loved as well.
Yeah.
In that movie, we were both fucking raving about him.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm glad
much love
saw
to him.
it.
He's a very smart guy. Really good. Really nice to talk to. It was really cool. Fucking talking to him on that one.
Yeah, sick.
So yeah, guys, you can check us out everywhere. Our link tree is down below. You can find us literally everywhere because we just spread like a disease. If you want any merch, like that podcast.store. Probably don't buy anything yet because I'm looking at transferring over somewhere else, but you'll get updates if that does happen. And yeah, I think that's about it from us.
Do you like that extra this week? Is the movie Hitman?
Yeah, I'm so.
We did Looper last week. It was a fun episode because
Yep.
Looper's a fun movie.
So I'll say Looper for that one there, so you can see
I
some
am-
Joseph Gordon eyebrows.
I'm watching Hitman for the first time tomorrow.
Ooh,
So
I'll be watching it for about the 30th time.
interesting episode. I think that comes out on Thursdays.
That'll be out on Thursday. You get the vote for the extras on Monday. It's usually theme-based, so you got a few different choices to choose from, but you guys ultimately choose the choice.
Except the next 2 weeks, that's it.
Except for the 2 weeks after Hitman, because it's a Halloween theme for both of our fears.
But after that, there'll be votes again.
Exactly right. So stick around with us for that on Thursdays, and you get this main show on Sundays for your audio, Tuesdays for your video. And with that being said, guys, thank you for checking us out and listening to the You Like That podcast. My name is Adam. I've been one half of the You Like That podcast.
They're not all this long either. My name is Jack. I'm the other half of the You Like That podcast.
See you guys next week.
Bye.